Now the next question is question number 8. Question number 8. Wage negotiations are going on with the recognized employees union, and the management wants you as an executive of the company to formulate an incentive scheme with a view to increase productivity. In case of three typical workers, A, B, and C, who produce respectively 180, 120, and 100 units of the company's product in a normal day of 8 hours is taken up for studies. So basically each worker has worked for 8 hours. So can I say 8 hours is time taken? And by working for 8 hours, A has produced 180, B has produced 120, C has produced 100 units in that span of 8 hours. Assuming that day wages would be guaranteed at 75 per hour. 75 per hour is nothing but your normal time rate. And a piece rate would be based on a standard hourly output of 10 units. Calculate what? Earnings of, this is the first thing which is asked, earning of each of the three workers and employee cost per 100 pieces. As per day wages, piece rate, I'll say, and row 1, quite similar to the previous one. Also calculate under above scheme average cost of labor for the company. This is not ABC. This is for the company. That means I'm concerned with the total cost. Okay, let's go for this part later. This is part 3 for me. Part 1, earning of the worker. This is part 2, cost per 100 pieces. And part 3 will be labor cost per 100 pieces for the company. Okay. Let's go for the first part, day wages. Now, I'm going for labor cost now. First one. My first system is day wages. Now, day wages system is quite simple. Day wages means you're paying your workers not on the basis of productivity, but on the basis of time. Each day, the team is working for 8 hours. Each day, the team is working for 8 hours and hourly rate is 75. So basically, if I follow day wage system, I will have to pay all of them 600 rupees. So in that case, 1800 will be my total cost. If I'm a company, for me the cost is 1800. A will be getting 600, B will be getting 600, C will also be getting 600 because all three of them have worked for 8 hours in a day. And hourly rate is 75. So day wages will be calculated based on this. If I'm going for piece rate system, you all know how to get the piece rate. Hourly production will be equated with hourly rate to get the piece rate. Hourly production, hourly output is 10 units. 1 hour is required for 10 units. And that 1 hour cost you 75. So basically 75 you are spending on 10 units. Per unit is 7.5. A, B, C. 180, 120 and 100. Okay. 180 units, 120 units, 100 units. 180 units, 120 units, 100 units is what you are spending, is what you are producing. Correct? 7.5 is the piece rate, which we have already calculated. I told you to keep it simple. Hourly production 10, hourly rate 75. So 10 units will take 75. 10 units cost you 75. Each unit cost you 7.5. 7.5 into 180, 1350, 120, 900. 100 will cost you 750. 1350 plus 900 plus 750. So as per piece rate, it's going to be 3000. My third method is Halse, fourth is Rowan. Again, for Halse and for Rowan, you know what we need. We have been doing this since long. Time taken into rate, time saved into rate. Time taken into rate, time saved into rate. I'll say 50% Rowan, time taken upon time allowed. It is as simple as that. So all I need now is to find out how much is time taken and time allowed by all these three people. Oh, are you understanding this? I hope you are getting this, friends. Time taken is constant for all of them. And hourly rate is also the same. Time saved will be different. But again, hourly rate will remain same. Time taken upon time allowed into time saved into rate. See, as usual, we need only two things now. How much is time allowed so that we can find out how much is time saved. Correct? Let's go for time allowed calculation. Should have got completed in 18 hours. 120 units should have got completed in 12 hours. And 100 units should have got completed in 10 hours. A has produced 180, B has produced 120, C has produced 100. At the rate of 10 units per hour, the worker should have taken 18 hours, 12 hours, and 18 hours, 12 hours, and 10 hours. So 8 by 18, 8 by 12, 8 by 10. Time taken upon time allowed. And saved will be. He completed work in 8 hours instead of 18. He completed work in 8 hours instead of 12. He completed work in 8 hours instead of 10. This will help me out in getting labor cost. $600 basic will be for all. Nine. So 975, 750, 675, 2400. 2400. Correct? Wonderful. In the same manner, basic will be same for all. Bonus 10, 4, 2. So 8 into 10 into 750. So 933.33. 4 into 75 into 8 divided by 12. So 2453.33 is worked for. So time taken is 8. 10 units they should have produced in 1 hour. So 180 should have got produced in 18. 120 should have got produced in 12. And 100 should have got produced in 10. So I can clearly see 10 hours, 4 hours, and 2 hours is the time saved. Correct? So now I have all 4 methods calculation done. This was just part 1, earning of 3 workers. Now let us calculate employee cost for 100 pieces. I'll prepare a separate table for this. If you want, you can have a glance on this. See. Now, the next part is going to be cost per 100. Your next part is going to be labor cost per 100 units for A, B, and C. Let's do it by the first method. First one, day basis. According to day basis, each worker has earned 600. Correct? Now, cost per 100 units is not a big deal. You already know how to get cost per unit, right? Total cost divided by quantity will give you cost per unit. The moment you get cost per unit, simply multiply that by 100 and your work is done. So 600 divided by 180. $600 divided by 120 will give you per unit. Multiplied by 100 will give you cost per 100 units. It is as simple as that. And remember one thing. Mr. C has already produced 100 units only. So there is no calculation required in case of C. My second method was piece rate, where we calculated piece rate to be 7.5 per unit. If my piece rate is 7.5 per unit, if the piece rate is 7.5 per unit, 100 units cost if you need, it is always 100 units into 7.5 irrespective of your name. I hope you guys are understanding this. 7.5 per unit is the piece rate. So cost per 100 units will be 100 units into 7.5. It doesn't matter who you are, what you do, where you go. I hope you're understanding this. It doesn't matter. 7.5 per unit. Multiply by 100 units. My third method was all se baba. $975, $750, $675. 975. See, 975, $750, $675. This is 675 without any doubt now. But these two have to be calculated. So 541.67. 750 divided by 120. And finally, Rowan. Yeah. Finally, Rowan. 933.33. 933.33. 800, 720. 933.33. 800, 720. 933.33 divided by 180. 518.52. 800 upon 120. 666.67 and 7. I hope you got this clear. There is no calculation required for C because C has any which ways produce 100 units. So whatever you have incurred on C, that has to be. C has produced 120. So total cost divided by 120 into 100. Cost per 100 units is not a big deal. Don't create a chaos. Don't hype it. Cost per 20 units, cost per 90 units, cost per 30 units, cost per 40 unit. Doesn't matter. Parvaille. Take your total cost divided by total quantity. Take your total cost divided by total quantity. That will give you cost per unit. Get that cost per unit and then multiply by whatever you want. Cost plus 30 unit, CPU into 30. Cost plus 100 units, CPU into 100. Cost plus 40 units, CPU into 40. Doesn't matter. Get that CPU, apply quantity. Your work is done. The question is not yet over. Question is asking you to find out labor cost for the company per 100 units. Now they are not interested in ABC. They are interested in company. So if I talk about day wages, please remember, as per day wages, your total cost is 1800. As per piece rate, your total cost is 3000. Okay. $1,800 company has incurred, and company got 180 from A, 120 from B, 100 from C. Correct? On the basis of for producing 400 units. I want cost per 100 units, no, multiplied by 100. Rupees 450. My work is done. Same thing, Ray. There is no change. Piece rate system. Again, you know the piece rate. 7.5 per unit. So that comes to 750 per 100 units. See, I can give you the verification also. This is 3000. Do that. 3000 divided by 400 units produced by them all together into 100. Once it is 7.5 per unit, whether it is A, B, C, whether it is company, doesn't matter. It has to be 7.5 per unit. Halse and Rowan calculation will also go in the same direction. 2400 and 2453.33. These are labor cost structures for by the company for all 100 units. 180 by A, 120 by B, 300 plus 100 by C, 400 multiplied by 100 because I'm interested in per 100 units cost. So this will be 600. 2453.33. Array 2453.33. Grade 613.33. This is your labor cost per 100 units for the company. Company has incurred 1, 2, 3, and 4. divided by total quantity multiplied by 100. And for piece rate, you need not do anything. 7.5 per unit is a piece rate. Directly apply and get that answer calculated. I hope this is clear. Question number 10. Now it's a different game altogether. The standard hours per job X, for job X 100. That means you are supposed to complete work in 100 hours. The job has been completed by Amar 60, Akbar 70, Anthony 95 hours. So all three are eligible for bonus. Great. The bonus system applicable to the job is as follows. It's as per slab rate, percentage of time saved as per slab rate. Slab rate can also be known as sliding scale. Keep on cutting the layers. I'll tell you what is to be done. Up to 10%, only 10% of time saved will be given as a bonus. If you are forming part of the second slab, from 11 to 20%, you get 15% of time saved forming part of that slab. That means as and when you are saving more and more and more, right? So rate of pay is 1 rupee per hour. They are paying 1 rupee. Calculate total earnings of each worker and also the earning per hour. Alrighty then. 3 workers. Amar, Akbar, Anthony. Again. Time allowed. 100 hours, 100 hours, one more 100 hours. Time taken. Oh, time taken. 60, 70, 95. So 100 hours, 100 hours, one more 100 hours I was supposed to take. But the work actually done in 60 hours, 70 hours and 95 hours. Hey! So definitely there is time saved. Hey, where are you going? 40 hours, 30 hours, but only 5 hours. Doesn't matter. Even if you say 5 hours bonus, you are applicable for bonus. Now, we all know one thing. We'll be getting bonus as per time saved. But the basic will be paid on the basis of time taken. So I know I'm going to pay 60 hours basic for Amar, 70 hours basic. I'll do one thing. I'll first find out bonus hours because question is telling me something else. Let's talk about Amar. Let's talk about Amar. Time allowed 100 hours. Time taken 60 hours. Time saved 40 hours. Am I right? Time allowed 100 hours. Time taken 60 hours. Time saved is 40 hours. Since slabs are given in terms of percentage, I must first know percentage of time saved on time allowed. It is 40 hours upon 100 allowed into 100 for percentage. So it is 40%. Am I right? It is 40%. Look at the slab. Up to 10%, then another 10. consists of 10%, but this consists of 20, and this is infinite. You can go to any level. So, first 10%, next is also 10%, next is 20%, is 10 hours, next 10% 10 hours, another 20% is 20 hours. We are not crossing 40. So, question of last slab doesn't arise. Since this percentage is applied, on time allowed, it is 40% of 100, 10% of 100, 10% of 100, 20% of 100. See the total. 10 hours, 10 hours, 20 hours. That means 40 hours are split. For first 10 hours, 10% will be the bonus. That means I'll be paid bonus for only 1 hour. But if I'm forming part of the second slab, bonus will be paid at the rate of 15%. If I'm forming part of the third slab, bonus will be paid for 20%. So can I say my total bonus will be paid for 6.5 hours? Slab wise we are supposed to take, flat we are supposed to take, slicing we are supposed to take. This is called sliding scale. First 10%. See, if I would have formed part of only this slab, my bonus would have been very less. Since I'm moving further, my last slab is giving me maximum bonus of 20%. That's the advantage. People will always try to be in the next slab. First 10, no, let's earn more. Second slab. Second slab, no, let's earn more. Third slab, and so on. $6.5. Amar will be eligible for 6.5. How do you know? Working note 1. So total hours. Basic plus bonus. 66.5. Labor cost at the rate of 1. 66.5. And they have also asked us to calculate per hour. They have also asked us to calculate labor rate per hour. So 66.5 divided by 60 hours, 1.10833 recurring hourly rate. Hourly rate is labor divided by time taken. Have you understood this? Don't worry, I'll explain it for Akbar. Yeah, Akbar. Again, time allowed 100 hours, time taken. Tell me how much is time taken by Akbar? 70 hours. Very good, very good. Akbar has taken 70 hours. That means time saved is 30 hours. Percentage of time saved on time allowed is 30 hours on 100 into 100. That comes to 30%. So again, in the third slab, which is of 20%, and that is beyond 40%, first 10% is 1 hour, second is first 10% is 10 hours, no? Just a moment. I'll just write down the total hours. Yeah, 10 hours will be forming part of first lap, 10 hours of time allowed. Another 10 hours will be, see, this will be eligible for 10% bonus, this will be eligible for 15% bonus, and I don't have 20% in the last lap. It is not in Amar's calculation, it was 10, 10, 20, because we had 40 hours. I have 10, 10, only 10 left because I have only 30 hours. So my 30 hours are to be split like this. And that is not applicable. One hour, 1.5 hour, 2 hours. So even if you have saved 30 hours, the bonus applicable will be, you save more, you earn more. You save less, you earn less. Your slab changes. So 4.5 hours. How do you know? Working note 2. So 70 hours plus 4.5 hours. 74.5 hours at the rate of 1, you will pay 74.5. Yeah, so effective rate is 1.06 approximately. Similar calculation is to be done for Anthony. Time allowed 100 hours, time taken 95 hours, time saved is only 5 hours. Percentage of time, percentage of time saved on time allowed. I saved 5 hours out of 100. That means I have saved 5% of the time. Oh my God. I will be eligible for first 10%. Next slab is of 10%. Third slab is of 20%. And the fourth slab is beyond. Now forget about beyond. I'm not even forming part of this, because I have not even crossed 10% of savings. I have not even crossed 10% of time allowed in terms of saving. It is 5% of time allowed. So this is 5 hours. And if this is 5 hours, 10% of it will be 0.5 hours. That will be bonus applicable. So 0.5 hours. How do you know? Working note 3. 95 worked, 0.5 bonus. 95.5 at the rate of 1, you will end up paying them paying this fellow 95. 95 hours. That comes to 1.005 approximately. So we calculated earning of each worker as well as earning per hour. Labor cost is also called as earning here in this question, doesn't matter. I hope you understood sliding scale calculation. First 10% will give you 10% bonus. Next 10% if you're forming part of, you will get more for that span. Third slab is of 20%. If you're forming part of that slab, you will be eligible for 20% bonus, friends. And the last slab, we have never gone to the last slab, but had there been a last slab executed, we would have got a bonus of 25%. Suppose this was 60, or rather this was 55. If this was 55%, then 40 I would have completed here. I would have taken balance 15 here. 10, 10, 20, 40 hours are completed here. Balance 15 hours would have been taken here. And this 15 hours into 25%, I would have claimed even that. So the more I save, the more I earn, provided I reach that slab. So this is my working note of Amar. Akbar. Anthony. So 6.5, 4.5, only 0.5 bonus hours. 60 hours, 70 hours, 95 hours. They have worked for. So they will be basically paid for 66.5, 74.5, 95.5. Since the rate is 1, you are getting the cost. See, I have prepared table because there can be different time allowed. So there will be different calculation required. Different percentage you will get, different allocation will be done. Rate can also be different for Amar, Akbar, Anthony. But if you prepare this table, any question in any exam you can solve. See, this is a stereotype template format. Time allowed. Anything, anything, anything. Time taken. Time saved. Bonus you calculate as per working note. Total as you calculate and then apply rate. Anything, anything, anything. As per the instruction. Still you can follow the same format. In this entire question, this part was more important. 60 hours, 70 hours and 95 hours they are worked for. Hourly rate we calculated. The most important part was this sliding scale, slab rate. Have you understood this? See the solution now. Working of Amar, working of Kabar, and working of Anthony. Okay, so we are done with the first part, majorly the first part of labor costing, which is based on time based, which is based on piece rate, which is based on incentive schemes like Halsey and Rowan. Let us understand something called as group bonus concept. Now, group bonus concept means bonus will be declared not to an individual, but it will be declared for the entire team, and we are supposed to split that bonus into different types of workers. In majority of the cases, they will give you the information as in how to do that. In some cases, they may not. Let us understand the concept in detail. Question number 11. Question number 11. Both direct and indirect employees of a department in a factory are entitled to production bonus in accordance with the group incentive scheme. The outline of which is as follows. $15,800 tons per month of 28 days. Excuse me. A general incentive of 1,500 per ton is paid as aggregate. That means if you produce more than standard, you will be getting 1,500 per ton on that additional quantity. Total amount payable to each separate group is determined on the basis of its assumed percentage has been contributed by it. 65% by direct employee, 15% by inspection staff, 12% by maintenance staff, 8% by supervisory staff. So basically there are 4 types of workers. Direct employees, inspection staff, maintenance staff and supervisory staff. The bonus is to be distributed in the ratio or as per the percentage given, 65%, 15%, 12% and 8%. Correct? And bonus will be paid only if we or the workers cross the standard production. Moreover, if the excess production is more than 20% above the standard, if the excess production is more than 20% above the standard, this time direct employees will get a special bonus. So special bonus is not applicable to all 4. special bonus is not applicable to all 4 categories. It is applicable only to direct employees. And for that, there is a special standard which is 20% above the routine standard. So if workers cross standard, 4 different types of workers will get the bonus. There is one more standard which is 20% above the standard. If you cross even that, only cross 20% above standard. Inspection staff is penalized for 2,000 per ton for rejection in customer by in excess of 2%. Now, if your product gets rejected, inspection team is definitely responsible for that. That means they have not carried on their work properly. So they will be penalized at the rate of 2,000 per ton, provided the rejection is above 2%. See, 2% is accepted. It's a normal rejection. But if it is beyond 2%, for that excess rejection, penalty will be charged on inspection staff. Maintenance staff, which is required to maintain the machine, are also penalized for 2,000 per hour for breakdown. Naturally, if the machine is breakdown, your workers will sit idle, but you will have to pay them for that idle time because they are not responsible for breakdown. Time is wasted, resources are wasted. So that should not happen. If that is happening, that means probably your maintenance team has not done the work properly. Charge them 2,000 per hour as penalty. From the following particulars for a month, compute production bonus earned by each group. So we want to find out how much is bonus earned by direct employees, inspection staff, maintenance staff, and supervisory staff. Actual working days 25, production is 21,000. Oh, you have actually worked for only 25 days and you have actually produced 21,000 tons. Actual rejection is 500 tons and machine breakdown was 40 hours. Okay. This is what I'm supposed to do. Statement of bonus. Direct labor. Maintenance staff and supervisory staff. Direct labor, inspection staff, maintenance staff, supervisory staff. Everyone is eligible for general incentive. Of course, we'll calculate that part later as per working note 1. Then we'll show the calculation for special bonus, which is applicable only for direct labor. Then we'll prepare another working note for penalty. And the total will give me my calculation. Correct? Lovely. Let's go for general incentive. General incentive is payable only after crossing the standard. Friends, understand one thing. Your standard is already available in the question. Till 16,800 tons. But this standard is for 28 days. Your team has worked for 25 days. Do you think standard of 28 days is justified when your team has worked for only 25 days? Certainly not. You step into the shoes of workers, you'll realize that 1,800 tons for 28 days. How much it should have been for 25 days? 16,800 divided by 28 into 25. 15,000 tons. Standard for 28 days is 16,800, but standard for 25 days has to be 15,000 tons. Question has clearly given actual production to be 21,000 tons. Question has given actual production to be 21,000 tons. That means I can clearly see there is an excess production of 21,000 minus 15,000, 6,000 tons. You should have produced 15,000, but you have actually produced 21,000. That means bonus is applicable. So general incentive will be 6,000 tons multiplied by 1,500 per ton. So that comes to 90 lakhs. That comes to 90 lakhs. It is to be distributed among 4 different types of workers. Direct labor will get 65%. Inspection staff will get 15%. Maintenance staff will get 12%. Supervisory staff will get 8%. 65, 15, 12 and 8. 65, 15, 12 and 8. So, apply that percentage now. 58.50 lakhs. 13.50 lakhs. 10.80 lakhs. 7.20 lakhs. So, 58 lakh 50 will be given to direct. 13 lakh 50. 10 lakh 80. And 7 lakh 20. This will be as per working note 1. Have a glance on this working note clearly. Standard was set for 28 days. I converted that into 25 because my team is working for 25. That standard says they should have produced 15,000. 6,000 tons into 1,500 per additional ton gives me 90 lakhs as bonus to be distributed. Percentages were available as per the question. We applied that and what we got is 58.5 lakhs, 13.5 lakhs, 10.8 lakhs, 7.2 lakhs. Any doubt here? Now I'll go for second calculation. Special bonus. Now special bonus will be deliberately, precisely, distinctively, specifically, moderately, particularly, clearly, distinctively only available for direct employees. So you can call it as direct labor or you can even call it as direct employees as given in the question. That is your choice. The term used in the question is what? Direct employee. Okay, so we can use the word direct employee even here. It's one and the same, doesn't matter. I don't want any confusion. That's why I'm just removing it. See? Yeah. Question says there is one more standard above 20%, above the standard. So, special bonus is based on special standard, which is which is 20% more than standard. Since your actual production is 21,000 tons, we can clearly see that there is an excess production of 21,000 minus 18,000. That means it is 3,000 tons. There is 20%. There is one more standard, special standard above 20%, above the normal standard. Normal standard 15,000, 20% more, 18,000. 18,000 is a special standard exclusively given to employees, direct employees. We have crossed even that. We have produced 21,000. Standard, special standard was 18,000, 3,000 extra. So naturally they are eligible for special bonus. Special bonus is 500 per ton on all production in excess. So 3,000 tons into 500. $15 lakhs. And as you clearly know, this will be applicable only for direct employees. Ille, so nille. See the working. Working note, last working note for penalty, and that too for inspection staff. Stop thinking and concentrate here. There is an allowed rejection. %. So 21,000 tons into 2%, 420 tons. Actually is 500 tons. So excess is 500 minus allowed 420, 80 tons. So penalty will be 80 tons multiplied by. Penalty will be 80 tons multiplied by. 80 tons is your additional wastage. So 80 multiplied by 2,000 per ton. $1,60,000. So inspection staff will be penalized $1,60,000. So that much amount can be deducted from their bonus. It's one and the same. Instead of paying them 13,50,000 and getting 1,60,000 from them, you pay the net amount to them. This penalty will not be applicable to any other category. So this was my last working note. Wait, I said don't think. There's one more penalty. It is for maintenance staff. The breakdown is for 40 hours. And the penalty is 2,000. So the amount of penalty is 80,000. which does not require any working note. That's why I was saying this is a last working note. Because my next penalty doesn't require any working note. That calculation can be done directly. So next time, don't doubt me. You should remember who the professor is. Just kidding. I hope you got it. I need working note for penalty only once. For inspection stuff, for maintenance stuff, I don't need working note as such. I can show the calculation directly. 40 hours into 2000. So now 73 lakh 50,000, 11 lakhs 90,000, 10 lakhs 7 lakh 20. Direct employees, inspection staff, maintenance staff, supervisory staff. Supervisory staff will get the full amount. Direct employees, you will get two types of bonus. One is a general one and the other one is special one made exclusively made applicable for them. Inspection staff and maintenance staff will get some bonus, but their penalty will be deducted and the net amount will be paid to them. So 13 lakh 50 minus 1 lakh 60, 1190, and this is 10 lakhs. So this is your statement of bonus. Another different version of group bonus. Question number 12. A, B and C were engaged in a group task for which a payment of 72,500 was to be made. This was a total payment. A's time-based wages are 800 per day, B is 600 per day, C is 500 per day. A worked for 25 days, B worked for 30 days, and C has worked for 40 days. Calculate share of bonus to be distributed among workers and the total earnings thereof. Oh, which can be solved here itself. See, if I decide to go for statement of we'll start with statement of labor cost. Concentrate properly. A, B, C we have, correct? 25 days, 30 days, 40 days they have worked for. Each one has a different rate. 800, 600, 25 days, 30 days, 40 days they have worked for at 800, 600, 500. So they are supposed to get 20,000, 18,000 and 20,000. So total should have been 58. They have been paid 72,500. That means balance 14,500 must be the bonus figure. I hope you understood this part. The team was supposed to get 58,000 as wages, but team has got 72,500. That means balance 14,500 must have been paid to them by way of bonus, no? But then we'll have to split that bonus. If I want to split that bonus of 14,500, what should I do? Either I'll have to go for days ratio, or I have to go for rate ratio, or I have to go for this ratio. The most appropriate ratio is going to be total wages. I'll tell you the reason. You people, skilled workers. I am unskilled workers. You people, skilled workers. I am from unskilled workers. Your rate will be high, my rate will be low. But your work will be less, my work will be more, because unskilled worker work more. That's how the labor cost is reduced. Correct? So if your are working for 25 days and I am working for 40 days, that doesn't make me great. That doesn't make me a deserving candidate to get more bonus. I hope you're understanding this. So 14,500 will be allocated among ABC on the basis of their labor ratio. 20:18:20. So 14,500 will be allocated in the ratio 20:18:20, and that comes to 5,000, 5,000 and 4,500. There is no other way out. If I consider only days, it will be injustice to skilled because skilled are working less. You mean to say C deserves to get more bonus just because he has worked more? Then what is the importance of the skill that is being used? I hope you are understanding this. So you cannot simply rely on time. You cannot simply rely on rate because that will be unfair. So you better go for wages, total wages as a base. And after that, if you really want to know wages amount paid to each and every worker, A, B and C. A and C will get 20,000 as their basic, 5,000 as bonus. So both will be getting 25,000. B will be getting 18,000 as basic, 4,500 as bonus, 22,500. If you see the total, it is 72,500. This is what we need. So when nothing is mentioned, total wages should be considered as a base. Total wages ratio. Total wages ratio. If nothing is mentioned, there is no other alternative. Only hours will be injustice, only rate will be injustice.